Well, as we talked about yesterday, they dropped a little teaser for the first Masters of the Universe He-Man trailer that was going to drop today, and drop it did. Came out, went and checked it out. And this is, of course, is really our first real full look at it. Now, look, before I get into what I thought about it, let's just say that to bring something as, and listen, I'm a child of the era. I loved it as much as anybody, but let's call a spade a spade. To try to bring to life into the big screen, something loaded with ridiculousness as He-Man does. The strong man running around in fur G-string with a sword, holding aloft Excalibur thrown to him by some watery tart, or whatever they say in Monty
nice
Python.
callback.
I knew you'd like that one.
The Lady of the Lake is not some watery tart, John.
Take it up with Monty Python. There is, and fighting a bad guy with a skull for a head. There is something inherently ridiculous about that. And the idea about trying to bring that to manifest life, I mean, listen, the Dolph Lundgren one should tell us. That's a hard ask. It is a hard ask to do. So I don't think there was any way they could do a Masters of the Universe trailer that at all pleased everyone. There's just no way. Like, do you want it to be true to the original cartoon? Then it's going to be kind of silly. It's going to be light. It's going to be fun, because that's what the original cartoon was, guys. I mean, that's what it was. Or do you break from that and make it more modern and more epic? Then you're going to piss off some of the purists. So I'm just acknowledging up front that any attempt to bring He-Man to a live action big screen is going to be filled with some obstacles.
Fraught with peril.
Fraught with peril. Well put.
That
That's
looks like Sandman right now.
Let's talk about the trailer.
Do I?
Yeah, with the shirt.
Oh.
They look kind of like Sandman.
I thought Thomas Hayden Church
little
was in
Thomas
the room.
Hayden
What's
Church
going
in
on?
here.
Boy, I didn't even think about that.
Right.
I got this for Christmas.
Nice.
So, okay, there are things I quite liked about it, and some things that have me rather worried in the trailer. Understanding all the precursor I gave to all this. And I must admit, before the show started, I sat down and watched it again, like literally about 2 minutes before the show started. And I liked it a little bit more the second time I watched it. But here's the general thing. Number one, what we told you guys coming out of CinemaCon, like, if you are a stickler and a purist for wanting the traditional designs of the characters, oh boy, you're going to be happy. Because they look perfect. Like, do you got that shot of Evil Lynn?
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Let's see if you can get it. There's a shot. If you blinked, you missed it. But there's just like Alison Brie, quick split second of Evil. That's it. That's like, if you're a traditional purist and you want Evil Lynn to look just like she did in the cartoon, that's her. I mean, right down to every detail in the costume, the headdress and everything, bang on. Oh my God, that one shot of Beast Man.
Yeah.
It was utter perfection. It was utter perfection. All that kind of stuff. Gray Skull looked great. I did really appreciate those more quote unquote epic moments where, like, you're seeing this huge Battle of Helm's Deep, melee taking place in front of Gray Skull, as clearly it's under siege and all that kind of stuff. I thought that looked really good. And then you have Gershamashamasha.
Galzatine.
I thought, isn't that what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gavershkaber.
So we go from all that to him in that ridiculous pink shirt, looking like he's dry humping a mannequin.
He's Prince Adam, dude.
Dry humping a mannequin. There's your animated GIF.
Yeah, it's a pretty fit mannequin, though.
And going, don't worry, it's mine. And I couldn't help but get a traumatic flashback of Thor Love and Thunder a little bit, and moments of Thor Love and Thunder. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't point this out. The Skeletor look. Now, granted, that was a difficult one.
Fleeting.
Yeah.
You saw fleeting glimpses.
That's a difficult one to do, right? Like they clearly took the design right from the animated screen and brought it to life, but I don't know if it manifested quite as well. We didn't get a look at Battle Cat. I mean, we saw Cringer, but we didn't really see Battle Cat, and I'm really dying to see Battle Cat.
I mean, that's pretty Battle Catty. That's
He
Battle
just
Cat.
needs his armor.
But I don't think that's him at his full size.
Yeah.
Or in his armor, and I'm really looking because okay, look, I gotta say that looks pretty awesome.
It looks awesome.
That looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna give it that. So I don't know. I have come away from this trailer, Rob, perplexed. Because like I said, there are absolutely elements of it that I thought were really impressive. And then there were elements of it that were the manifestation of all my fears and anxiety about how silly a He-Man movie could look in a modern thing. It's just the first trailer. We really didn't get much. So I don't know.
That looks dope. Right.
Everything surrounding Grayskull, that all looked amazing to me. So I'm not walking away from it disillusioned with Masters of the Universe, nor am I now even more hyped for Masters of the Universe. I'm still looking forward to seeing it. But again, the trailer leaves me a bit perplexed. And Rob, if I really think about it, could it have been any other way? I don't know. But anyway, you had a chance to check out the trailer, and you saw everything I saw at CinemaCon too. So you had a chance to see the trailer. What impact did the trailer make on you? What are you coming away with?
I feel like you did. I was perplexed. Maybe it's because, I don't know, I want to say 20 years ago, I want to say Mark Prasevich, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He wrote a script called Grayskull. And it was a hardcore fantasy epic. It was a He-Man story, but it was called Grayskull. And I thought that this would be more, like I've said, like the tone of Dungeons and Dragons that we all like. But this, it seemed to me like, I think this looks great, although it's...
You're talking about the Chris Pine Dungeons and
Dragons.
Dragons.
Chris Pine Dungeons and Dragons. Now, this looks... I mean, I love the Frank Langella version from Masters of the Universe 87. But I did feel that they have our world in this trailer. Like, Adam lives in our world, and like, is He-Man supposed to be a cartoon in that world?
Well, no, I did like how they set it up where when he was younger, the sorceress sent him to Earth to keep him hidden.
Right.
And now he needs to return. So
I mean, I
appreciate the explanation.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to me...
I don't think there's a He-Man in that Earth, though.
Right, but they've got something, because he sees the...
It was a barbarian.
The barbarian with the sword. I mean,
at first, I thought it was a He-Man statue, but when the camera panned around, it was some...
Because it's a collectible
random
store.
Barbarian.
There's got glass cases with... Which I don't mind, but I'm curious as to how that's going to work. I still think, by the way, that the tone of this movie, that looks, I mean, that's He-Man.
That's it.
Look at how big he is. Look at those arms.
Now, look, the one thing I'll say, though, is what did stand out to me immediately, and we knew this, even in that picture where he is in much better shape than you or I, that's not exactly the He-Man physique that we are accustomed to, but we had to know going into it that there's only maybe 15 people on the planet who can look like that, and none of them can act. So,
that looks pretty
he's
good.
in great shape. And the costume is exactly right and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
So I am still going to trust Travis, John, because
I agree.
I think the tone of it, I mean, this is coming from a guy who made Kubo and the Two Strings and Bumblebee. And like you said, it is He-Man. So I am cautiously optimistic. I felt this was a little too silly for me. I wanted to see more of an overtly, more of a hardcore fantasy story. But it is Masters of the Universe. Yeah. So I have to go back and think, well, you do have the source material, but I was kind of looking for one thing, whether you like the Michael Bay Transformers movies or not. I really liked the first one.
Oh, so did I. I like the
like
first one
the
too,
tone
yeah.
of it because they made me believe, like, I believe that the Transformers could exist in our world. And that's kind of what I like. Like when Godzilla is in the, like Godzilla -1 made me believe in Godzilla. I want to believe that Eternia and He-Man and Skeletor and Man-at-Arms and Tila and whatever, She-Ra, are real. That makes sense. And this did not quite convince me yet. But if it has a tone of, say, Back to the Future, I'm in. But I don't know that yet.
Yeah, and that therein lies the difficult tight wire that they have to walk, right? Because, you know, like our friend Christian Harloff, he's often said to me that the way you do Masters of the Universe is like you do Lord of the Rings crossed with Star Wars. And like, okay, but that's going to alienate a lot of the traditional purists of the show because that's not what the original show
It's
was.
nothing like
No.
the toys.
And so you got it. And I think you're absolutely right, Rob. I don't think my faith in the movie has been shaken because it is Travis Knight. And I'm going to give him all the benefit of the doubt. And really, when you looked at Bumblebee, it had that mixture of the light and silly
Yes.
with the heavier. And he
Yes.
found a way to strike that balance perfectly.
Which is why I think he got the directing job in the first place. He had
Yeah.
a way to do it. But I think the people that are marketing the movie, like this trailer, I think Amazon's thinking to themselves, well, how do we, they're walking a tightrope.
Yeah.
Because they know
100%.
I think they know what they have is good, but the marketing, yeah, and you know how people are going to be. Look at the response to like Kevin Smith's He-Man. Look at the vitriol. I didn't read any reaction to this trailer at all. I just saw it. I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked up. I was looking at the regular news, but I can't wait to see what the purists think.
Yeah. So it's going to, again, I'm not trashing on the trailer at all.
No.
There's a lot of stuff in there that I think are very positive. Again, just for me, then it was intermingled with some of these moments that felt, you know what? The trailer was clicking on all cylinders when it felt like Thor Ragnarok. And it was a little iffy for me when it felt like Thor Love and Thunder. You know what I mean? And
yeah, because
so,
I love Thor Ragnarok.
yeah, we all love
hated
Thor
Love and
Ragnarok.
Thunder.
So,
hated it.
so again,
Not
first
as much as I
trailer,
hated Quantum Mania.
let's
but
give it
hated
a little bit of time. And I am still, like Rob said, choosing to trust in Travis Knight. And let's see where it goes.
Trust in Travis.
Guys, question is for you. What did you think about this Masters of the Universe? I still can't believe we're getting a live action Masters of the Universe, 75 years after Dolph Lundgren did it. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.